Well, what is today? Oh, today's Friday. So, today would be, if Monday's the 15th, 14th to the 12th. Yeah. Day after I found some mushrooms. Actually, I found those big reds this morning. Those big false reds. The sun's in a funny position on me, right behind me, so I'm having to shade my phone so I can see through it with my hat. But, and was supposed to do a little screening today before it rains again. You just can't do it after it does that for about a week. So, over in this little spot I've been wanting to be at for a while. I mean, I did do some stuff here a long time ago. And, man, I got a tip sticking out right here. I was cleaning out. I just knocked that off and cleaning it out, man. Oh, look at that. Oh. Oh. Come on, Atlee, come on. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. It's a frickin' Sedalia. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, tipping everything. Oh, man. Has that been a long time coming? Oh, man. Yes, 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 yes. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's been a while. Man, I just can't see nothing in the phone. Dang it. Doodle. Hang on a second. Can you see? I can't see. Man, that is just awesome. And I just found, oh, this midsection right here. And this, like, base of a preform or something. And look at this. This is just the edge of a blade split, busted off two pieces. But that's my day maker right there. I mean, I ain't even been at it very long, from right here to right there. So I've only taken dirt off from my foot to there, that little hole, and bam, yeehaw! All right, that's awesome. All right, man. Thank you, Great Spirit.
pH side, and we're working with Bob. And here's the first. Boy, I don't know.
They either work that way or just a tad bit of tip missing.
Kind of neat. Looks like a doggone Afton, but it's Netley.
Yeah. Way to go, Richard.
Hey, thank you, man. Then we got Brooksy found this one over here. The first shovelful or bobcat bucket, and I got those halves there so far. I don't know where his halves are. I know they're somewhere.
Back pocket.
Back pocket. All right.
You believe this guy right here? This guy's lucky. It's all persistence. It really is.
Look down here. I got a clump out of my pile over there. And we got a broken one, a pooters one, and look at that one.
Oh, man, that's a nice.
That's a nice one. And a tool. Out of one clump.
Big clump. It's all. That was
little clump right there. Not even a 8 by 10 clump. I threw it down on the ground to bust it, and there they all lay.
Man,
that crazy.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's from our buddy.
You know you're a redneck.
Yep, you might be a redneck if you get all excited when you find Arrowhead on the screen table.
Look at that.
Finally.
Look at you go.
I got a pocket full of brokes.
That is a nice one.
Besides a pile over there.
That is a nice one.
Not too bad, huh?
Way to go.
It's a thin one. Man,
that's
you should see this one. Where's it at? My back pocket. That was almost there. Look at this. Has the ear and the corner of that base gone. And that ear may have been made that way, but man, look at that material sparkle, would you? What a shame. Love it. Gotta love it. You should watch this guy do a dance. It's a shame we don't have a camera set up on a tripod or running all the time, because he literally jumped, hooped, hollered around.
Oh my goodness, folks. If you don't think this is a killer, you don't know what hunting arrowheads is all about.
You blew my Sedalia away from yesterday.
Look at that.
Man.
Mike. That's what did I say? We want to find one of these and say, this is why we hunt.
Yeah.
This is why we hunt. Here you go.
Them absolute killers. My gosh. Look at that.
Make sure
there's not a stack on that thing.
That baby's, oh my gosh.
Man.
I had to look through the rest of it there just
He throwed another clump down.
Threw a clump down.
Man.
In the clump.
Look at that.
That's
dang doodle. Where's my bull Sedalia today?
That's the best Sedalia I found.
In a while.
In a long while. 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, they don't come around every day, do they?
They don't hardly ever come around.
You gotta be in the right dirt, right side.
3 years. Show that snowflake.
Snowflake.
Old arrowheads. Look at this.
Oh, both ears are there, huh?
Hey, that's a nice little guy there.
That's not ear, but that's all right. Still a decent one.
Pretty cool.
Last 2 buckets.
We're gonna let it rain on us, and we're headed home. Look at Mike, though.
I found a nice
he has
little
found
one.
a killer little point there.
Yeah, it's nice and thin.
Look how that baby's curved in there. That's
nice little smetly.
Awesome job, Mike.
Too bad.
You're about to kill me now.
We're
still here.
This is gonna be a long video. Heck, cleanup's gonna be almost as long as binding. I mean, look at this over here. Look at this tub.
Look at that tub.
You should see his bag.
I
mean, look at
gallon baggie.
That's usually what I put my sandwich in. That's better than a sandwich any day. Oh, we've been having some crazy weather lately. Mother Nature has not been able to make up her mind. I kid you not, this morning, you may have seen it on Hook's video, we literally had 1 inch of snow almost on the ground and melted away within a couple hours. It's gonna be 80 degrees Tuesday. Boy, what a couple killer days. Actually, Friday is when I found this Sedalia here. It's a pretty nice Sedalia. There's a little stack on it right there. It's a little bit thick, but it's still pretty nicely made. Conglomeratic Jessity chert, what we like to call snakeskin stipple. And Thursday or Friday, actually I thought I was gonna be able to meet Hook up there at the DH site for screening some dirt, and he got out of the dentist and was just hurting too bad, so he went home, and I kind of went mushroom hunting around there, and then went to scratching around a little bit, and man, 20 minutes I found that. Then we met up Saturday for just an amazing day of screening. He found a few decent Atleys and that really nice Sedalia. This isn't even all the brokes that I brought or found. I just could only fit so many in here. Here's a really cool adze. Has that serious bullnose end on it, all uniface on that side. There's a nice adze. It's got a little chip in the bit there. And some broken preforms. Check out the material on this. Man. Bunch of bases. Bunch of different bases and bases. And that would have been big. Some big old tips. Look at this tip. Shame that wasn't the rest of the way there, because oh, I always love that pattern stuff right there. Another big old tip. Little tip. Little drill tip. Bunch more little tips. Some really beat up on points. Some knife blades. Been broke to heck. See, a bunch of people would call that an impact break, but that's not a projectile, that's a knife. That's what you call a burrin. tip or a burn break, whatever you want to call it. It's just how the material broke when they were using it. This thing here was almost so close to being a killer. You can see all that sparkle going on. It's just actually missing that right there. And it has a little spot of a mineral deposit right there, so it's old. But on this side here, it was worked that way. On this side here has a really rough cortex on it. I mean, look at that. Rough cortex. And super sparkly. I have 3 really serious heartbreakers. This one's actually really cool because look at this really rough quartzite mixed into that nice ellipsoidal variety of Just City Chert. Look at this. This one here is a really shame of a heartbreaker. Man, purple and reds and everything. This one here's got some wild colors in it and pattern. This really rough quartzite point. I don't know what was going on with there. And this thing here, this thing is just crazy. Look at this base. It's like a big loppy kind of Dalton or something. And it is a little bit ground on its edges. Just a crazy piece. And then these 2 really nice points right here. That's what I ended up with our day of screening. Love the patterns and material in this stuff. This is just missing a tad bit of tip, but boy, it is a beautiful little smetly point. Same with this thing here. This is a really cool point. It's pretty thin. Got a little stack over here actually. Really nice. It was a killer day. I was glad Hook got to pull that Sedalia out. You know, a lot of people don't understand, but we wouldn't be screening this dirt out there if it wasn't for Richard. It'd probably never be touched if it wasn't for him and his bobcat being there. Oh. And then, you know, being an old school tuber, I don't know, I guess maybe in some ways we're a little different than some of the newer school crowd. But, you know, being an old school tuber, it's never been about how many people view our videos and who doesn't like them. We really don't care who doesn't like them. It's never about the amount of views you get. It's always about the stellar people you meet along the way, and especially those people that come friends. And, man, I mean, I've really met a lot of stellar people. But here recently, you all seen it on Richard's video, we got a pretty good friend, and he's a really humble guy. He sent me a few things in the mail too. Sent me one of his older books here. Even autographed the inside. And I got his newer book right here, autographed on the inside. Sent me, which of course these are his personalized cards here, but I guess he knew my birthday was kind of coming up, so it was kind of an early birthday present. And even Creek Dalton got added into the bunch here, because Creek Dalton sent him I give Creek Dalton his number, and he sent him a couple of wiggle pics. And he sent this picture to us here. It says, "To Brooksy, a redneck of the finest kind. Keep laughing, Jack Foxworthy." You know what's crazy? I mean, he tells us, you know, he's our fan or whatever, which we don't have fans. We have friends. We don't have followers. We have people that watch us and friends. And then he sent us these shirts. This one here is probably going to be one of my favorites. It says it's paleo or maybe woodland. And this one here kind of goes along with one of my favorite quotes, which goes, "Everything that was once lost is meant to be found." just find it. And then I'm wearing the other one here. See if I can get it in the camera good. Get my beard out of the way. It says, I'm in the chips. In the flint chips. And that's what you find when you're in the flint chips. You know, and we've talked on the phone and message all the time back and forth. And Jeff is one of the most, like, down-to-earth people I've ever met. Loves artifacts. Hunts all the time. So can't never say thank you enough to him, you know, or anybody that we've always made like stellar friends with. That's what's always kept me at YouTube. You know, it's not about showing my finds off anymore. It really isn't. It's always about the love for the people that made these, what come next, their survival and everything after it. And like I said, all the stellar people I've met, made friends with along the way. It's just very humbling that a guy like this likes being our friend. That's awesome. That is awesome as it gets right there. Well, I won't bore you too much longer. I got a few things to do. It's actually almost 3 o'clock. I'm gonna go see if I can find an artifact. Or mushroom. Got artifacts on the brain all the time. Go see if I can't find a mushroom. Probably won't really get better till later this week though. And it's coming late this year, so that means it's gonna go early. We're gonna have a short season. No month of picking. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks if we're lucky. Alright. You get out to hunt. I really do hope you find a stellar artifact in your path. Later.